I am feeling very sated and happy. I just ate. I'm feeling really good.
Nice, nice.
So it was really delicious.
What'd you eat?
I had a blue potatoes sautéed with red onion, with an unusual cauliflower basil pesto quiche that was divine, and then I had homemade mustard on my potatoes with little brown mustard seeds. It was also lovely.
Mm.
Then I had a little bit of fresh squeezed pomegranate juice.
Sounds like you're eating good.
And so that is the truth.
All right.
That is a reality.
This podcast is sponsored by Harvest Man Cafe.
That's right.
Yeah, I feature products from Inlakesh Studio One. Fresh mustard.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
honey
right.
mustard.
And the creative and your creative juices in the kitchen with this unusual, and delicious basil pesto cauliflower patty quiche Lorraine, no crust.
No crust. I tried to make the crust. It wasn't working, and but it turned out great from what I hear.
It did.
I plan on eating after this episode because I don't want to have the itis.
May you have good luck with that.
Yeah.
May
Thank
there
you.
be some left over for you.
I think there will be. This podcast is filmed in front of a live studio audience. They're eating right now. We'll see if they save some food. So again, welcome to the podcast. It's been a while since we've spoken about food and how we kick things
Yes.
off in community. It was really nice because having the assistance of Diane and Lalta's grandson Arbion in the kitchen, we're all doing our thing, and it was just a very pleasing experience to have the community, and of course to share a meal and to share in-depth conversation as well.
Absolutely, everything freshly made, delivered with love, intention, and exaltation.
That's right. I like that.
A whole plate of that. Yeah.
Feels like a snippet for a commercial.
For our
Yeah,
next
with
restaurant.
love, exaltation. Let me see that. I think I want to dine there.
Yeah.
All right, so welcome again, everyone. Today on our live stream, we're going to be speaking about two Call for the True Divination card pulls that came forth. Every morning within our Inner Circle community, we do a card pull, and two jumped out. They were specifically about the crown chakra.
Yes.
Funny enough, she's wearing purple, Diane's wearing purple, and it's just very aligned. And so we'll go over our card pulls in a moment, but they're really dealing with the idea of evolution and illumination as it pertains to the crown, this idea of moving through evolution, making sure we're not creating excuses and justifying limitations. So we're going to definitely explore that. Before we do, just a couple of announcements,
Yes.
updating people. So tomorrow, Diane, she's going to have within Inlakesh Studio, she's going to be live streaming the Light Doctor for her Evolutionary Book Club. So join us tomorrow in the live stream, High Frequency Living. And we are light, these chakras, light. And it's important to understand the light spectrum and how that impacts our overall health and well-being, and solutions to work with light in its many forms. You have any thoughts on this idea of the Light Doctor or understanding light in general?
The book is extraordinary, and I wouldn't be giving too much away to say that those of us who are not in the cycles, the natural cycles of day and night, are very at risk in the environment of our current state of understanding with electrical devices and electricity as light and the bandwidth of frequency from which it's coming. So many people who are working night shifts under artificial lighting are being diminished physically, and it's a silent attacker. And so, especially those who serve us most, the people in hospitals, the people in nursing homes, the people who are up all night, taking care of making the donuts in the morning, whatever it is they're doing in the night hour, the lack of being able to have appropriate lighting has very much diminished the ability to remain healthy. In the contributing factors include hypertension, sugar diabetes, all of the things that we're seeing, high blood pressure, All of those are contributing factors to the lighting that we are invisible to its effects, benefits, and otherwise.
Yeah.
So I could go on, but I won't.
Yeah, thank you. This is insightful because these type of things are so out of sight, out of mind because of the
Right.
normalization within our environment. But,
Yes.
you know, and you wake up to it, you're like, damn, it's everywhere. It's
Yes.
everywhere. You can't escape it. It's in your hand. It's on your desk. It's the home you're living in, the environments we visit and frequent.
Everything, you know, and it extends even to the night lights we put on for our children who need to be in dark instead
Yeah.
of in light at night, you know, so there's so many ramifications. The book is well documented, has all the science to support it, and salute Diane for bringing it forward. It's a topic that no one talks about,
Yeah.
so
So
we thank
tomorrow,
you.
6 p.m. Eastern, join us. Also, we are wrapping up the year. We have our end of the year group soul clearing. So for anyone who's interested in clearing energetic accumulations and stepping in 2026, pristine and clean, you know what I mean? Part of the elevated team. I'm gonna stop. I'll stop there. But if you're looking to be part of this, join us. At the end of the year, we always have a very large group. People come out the woodworks who haven't worked with us in a couple of months, and they come for this. But it's momentous. We can all move forward with that collective group energy. Any thoughts on this?
Yes, we're excited that we're about to enter. We have survived 2025.
We need
or
T-shirts.
survived
2025. Yes.
We have survived. There's reason for celebration and reason to be even cleaner. We are still in this separation of different dimensional experiences that people are choosing, that creation has given us the right to choose what we will want to do, and those who want to do some things that are opposite of others are being sorted out, so to say.
Yeah.
And that is, we will see the evidence of that in 2026. It would be highly recommended to move forward into 2026 in the most pristine of energetic soul and with all of the things the clarity that you need to have for the future.
Yes, most certainly. So visit the Other Sun website for updates regarding this. We're also going to send a reminder as an e-blast for those who are subscribed to our newsletter. So if you're not, go to the website, click at the footer, you're able to subscribe to it. And also, lastly but not least, light body movement.
Yay!
Speaking about
Yay.
light,
Yes. So light body movement is beginning in the root chakra this Sunday. We will be starting the next journey through the energy vortexes that are our technology, that are multidimensional, and that bring in the light rays and the information and intelligence from the galactic center and help us understand or bring us to our cosmic selves. So we're going to start that process. We've had so many rich experiences that people have had with others seeing their light, responding to their light, animals, people, places, all kinds of things. And so we continue our process, and we'll start on Sunday moving through all of the chakra systems, the energy vortexes, bringing in more light so that you can be more of who you authentically are, who your new identity will be, because you will be new when you have light.
that's right.
And we will be able to inform our loved ones, our ancestors, our children, all of those that we share this journey with in our DNA will be informed by the presence of our light. So we're excited that you'll join us. This is open to everyone, and you can pace as you will. You don't have to show up at the time. We will have the material will be in a drive folder where you can access it at your own convenience and work through your practices and affirmations and activations, which are essential to this process.
Yeah, so this upcoming Sunday, 6 p.m. to 7:30, every first, second, third, and fourth Sunday of the month, we are together diving deep into the light. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. And as Lao Tzu said, The pre-recordings are available for anyone who's unable to make it at that time, or again, moving at your leisure and at your pace. So before we jump into our podcast, I'd just like to acknowledge some of the people who are here in the chat.
Yes.
So welcome everyone, Inlakesh Veritas. So we have Inlakesh Studio 1, Diane, Stacy, Erie, Le Leon, Eddie. She says, it sounds delicious. She's talking about the delicious meal. Come dine at Harvest Man Cafe one day. Leave a Yelp review.
Then we will manifest that into the future, into the next anticipated moment.
It is such a thing. It is such a thing. We have Lauren Corneal, Inlakesh Veritas, Stephanie Singletary, Inlakesh Veritas.
Yay.
Le Leon Eddie says, OMG, I'm wearing purple today too.
Yay.
Julianne's in the house, Inlakesh Veritas. Love the purple color. Patchouli Fairy, Inlakesh Veritas, sending blessings of love, peace, prosperity, and well-being and overflowing abundance.
Yay. We like all of that. Thank
Yeah.
you, thank you, thank you. We are grateful.
Yeah, it's giving Elijah Woods vibe. Peace, prosperity, abundance. We appreciate you, Patchouli. CC Tree, Cecilia's in the house, Inlakesh Veritas, and Delilah. Inlakesh and Veritas, everyone. Welcome to the podcast, to the live stream. And so again, today we're here, we're talking about evolution and illumination. I'd like to kick us off with reading the cards.
Would you? Yes.
So-
would you show them how beautiful cards are as well and what the colors are?
Like right now, they're able to see the iridescence of the cards. Anyone who wants to pick up these cards, we have the Call for the Truth Divination cards available on the Avicen website. Just type in the search bar, Call for the Truth or Divination cards. So our first card, Evolution. The higher frequencies disrupt the interference patterns that would rob us of our elevation. The universe will not be denied. Evolution will not wait. And then we got this follow-up card of Illumination. When you start defending a particular aspect of yourself that needs to be transmuted, that defense will stop you from your evolution. So we got our connection there. Merely trying to justify yourself is a problematic pattern. So what are your thoughts on this, Lota? What's coming to mind when you hear this? Funny enough, these were your words. Let's get that straight. This is your maxim. So I don't even know what to say. What do you think about what you thought?
Would you explain how the cards were designed since you brought that forward?
All right, everyone. So for anyone who does not have awareness, these cards were designed by Lauta, myself, and Thoth. So working in conjunction with the intelligence of Thoth, who brought forth the inspiration of layering the correspondence, the dimensional correspondence of the card. So we went through an intuitive process of identifying maxims that Lauta, or quotes that Lauta have curated over time, and finding which ones land. This was before AI. Before we could pop her quotes into a chat GPT, we were manually identifying with our guidance which quote landed under which theme and correspond with which chakra. And it's layered with a platonic solid that corresponds with the color or the light spectrum and the numerology that's associated. So it's several layers deep in terms of the understandings, and that's the background.
And the beauty of the cards was Tavares brought to this many things, but one of which is he's an artist, and the way that the beauty of the cards, the actual shades of each color, the design on the box, the design on the cover of my book, Call for the Truth, all are the same and all are from our in-house artist, Tavares.
That's right, I did that. I appreciate the acknowledgement.
Yeah, that's true. So
Yeah.
the cards originate from many years of talks that have been done. We have 52 cards, so we found 52 quotes. We we requested many participants over a course of many years to assist us with finding quotes, and some of these were from that time, and we still need assistance with those kinds of things. We have other ideas in mind for quotes and meditations and other things as well. But this is a reality that was birthed from the assistance of those of you, like yourselves, who listen, who have a great, write down something that means something to you, send it to us, because I don't keep those handy. They come out as they come out.
It's funny. I've seen this happen where someone will say, "Ooh, Lao Tzu, would you say that again? Because I missed you." He's like, "Say what? I don't know what." You're like, I can't. You got to get it while it's hot in the moment and be ready.
Yeah, because I'm usually responding to something from deeper levels.
Yeah, it's that inspiration. It's that real raw in the moment.
So what I love
Yes.
about what we're doing today is when you pulled the card, another card jumped out and said, "Don't leave me behind."
Yeah.
So when you're in communion with the cards always give you the accurate experience. And sometimes they'll give you two. So today we got two experiences.
And it's squared because
Yes.
both are crown.
Yes.
And the maxims are interwoven with this theme of evolution.
Yes, and we're wearing purple. We're doing it. We're doing it.
Yeah, I didn't get the memo. However, I didn't pop myself up into the crown today.
Yes. So the first card, which seems appropriate to discuss, would be evolution.
Yeah.
And I've been recently talking about the idea that we are so informed through our ancestry. It's so informed through what we consider history or his story, and have so many unclear kind of biases that our family or our grandparents or any level of ancestry or people that they married into or that our children had, that our energetic landscape has a lot of warning signs and a lot of drawbridges and a lot of places where we can get stuck that doesn't have anything to do with us. It has to do with what our great-great-grandmother thought or what our great-great-grandfather thought or how they were treated. And then we still have subtle energetic triggers that we have not evolved away from, mostly because we don't know that we can. With the advent of epigenetics, we are beginning to understand through science what is known in the mystery schools, and that is that we are the master of our reality. We can add on or reject whatever we would like. It is required by law in this universe to evolve, but we have not taken full hold of that. We have not really embraced it.
We are humanity's been on team devolve.
Yes.
On
So
reverse.
we are not. We don't have the clarity that just because it happened to our ancestors doesn't mean it doesn't have to happen to us. We are not clear that it is not a foregone conclusion just because the doctors say, well, it's in your family, so it's going to happen. It's in my family, so it's an opportunity for me to change it, is how we should look at it. I often use the term, we don't need to echo what happened before. Echo, 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 echo. Mm-hmm. We can use the ingredients to produce a new experience.
Yeah.
Of what we would like to have and what we want our children to have and what should go on next. So that's what I'm thinking about evolution. I think we've got a fire alarm going off here.
No, it's just the oven from the delicious meals. There was a timer set that I didn't even use. So
I'm glad you solved the mystery.
Yeah, I'm on it, Watson. So that's a lot that you shared. One of the things that comes to mind, or the standouts, is this idea of information broadcasting.
Yes.
And that coincides with the echo that you're speaking of.
Yes.
And how we are constantly taking action on the old information that's in the field that is not in support of evolution. I can see where for evolution to take place, it does require new information that would inspire the evolution. And when you say the echo is such a clear visual, because the reverberation, the sound, the information, don't do the thing, the fear, the barricade, and however that shows up in our energy bodies. And having to offset and no. So Diane does this thing. This is for you all because we're all in on it. Diane, she talks to the information. She points at it and looks at it. She's like, "No," I said, and then replaces the information. And this brings me to the idea of light and what light can do when we flood our systems with light. As light is information, and how it can change the not only the broadcast but the inspiration of the new thought that arises to do something different, to literally evolve or move beyond, again, that broadcast from our ancestors and their detriment.
And the most exciting thing about living in this time that I'm most excited about is that the cycle has completed, that it has run its course.
Yeah,
It cannot
it's a
go
wrap.
any further. We are as stinky as we can get, and things have to change. We cannot build on top of the garbage dump without, getting garbage in the new building.
Yeah.
So, and this cycle has ended, and it is time to want something different, to see that there were no good old days. There was no time at which everybody was wonderful. This is all illusion and delusion. There were many times and there many things happened, but there is no collective wonderful time that we have run away from. It is more that by degrees we became less and less evolved. And now we're at the point, which is a great blessing from Source, that we can change it all. Whatever has happened, if we see that in our individual lives, as we see that from the time that we became adults and started making our own decisions, we have gotten ourselves to a place and now we need to figure out something new to do because we have run the course of the level of understanding and experience that will move us further into the place we want to be. And so it's time to choose to do something else, to choose another direction.
So the card says evolution will not wait. What
Yeah.
does that mean?
Yes, so it can mean many things, but in your personal life, the way that we can see it is that with our children, you can't make them stay 3 just because they're adorable and delicious at 3.
Yeah.
They're going to be 10 and then they're going to be 16, and evolution will not wait. It is the way and the law in this universe. When children are still growing, we can see it in physicality. But after we stop growing, it's still in that same, it's still taking place, but we don't see it in the same way. And so what we should put ourselves in harmony with is that we don't become stagnant, that we continue to grow too, and that when the children grow away from home, we don't have to sit out home and look out the window and like, I miss the children. We can go do something.
That's right. The nest is empty. Enjoy yourself.
And the same thing when the nest is full, like embrace it.
Yes.
Embrace it. Don't be, begrudging the experience that you called forward. Embrace it, watch it evolve. Everything is temporary. There is nothing in your experience, nothing you can think of, nothing you're ever going to do other than be eternal that is not temporary.
So this is bringing to mind some reflections that I've had recently. The deeper thoughts were on being a spiritual warrior, but within that realm, I was seeing the balance between inner child and becoming the adult, and how that's an evolutionary process. So it's funny you're using
Yes.
the example of the children and growing and being with the process and not trying to
Yes.
stop it. So I was looking at my life and humanity, right? And how there is a time where we must bring forth the inner child. And there's a time where we got to be the mature adult and have a greater level of responsibility.
Yeah.
And I feel as that there's so much around us that's like, take responsibility, take responsibility, take responsibility, because you all have been acting like a dirty diaper child, not cleaning behind yourselves, wiping up. And it's very clear on many different levels in society how not stepping up and evolving on many levels, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, individually and collectively, we have found ourselves in a very unsavory situation. that we're confronted with that requires responsibility to get ourselves out.
You know, if you would consider that we are, and we talk about this often, a hologram, that every aspect of everything is represented in all of us. If you would consider that you are, in fact, Mother Earth, that you are the planetary intelligence that runs the billions of life forms that live on and in you, and that sometimes you will dislodge the neurological system of Mother Earth by drinking too much,
Yeah.
or that you will move into delusions and illusions that don't support life, that bring you away from life, where your trees won't grow, where your, the food that you produce for all of the other life forms that live on and in you, it cannot survive because of your disposition in your neurological network. When you consider yourself as Earth itself, you know you have free will, you know that you're divine, you know that you are eternal, but do you know you are responsible for being in respect to Source for what you are? So I think that carries over in the line of responsibility. And then you're responsible for the other little Earths that you produce,
Yeah.
and their clarity and their wholesomeness and their ability to produce beauty and pleasure and productive behavior for all of the other little planets
Yeah.
that
It's
you
beautiful.
planned.
Yeah. Very beautiful.
So I'm thinking of it from that point of view, is that if you were to consider yourself the Earth, Mother Earth, how would you think differently about the Earth and what happens in the rainforest? What happens to the sacred herbs? What's happening to everything being carbon printed and monetized? Like your toes are monetized, then the hairs on your leg will be monetized. Those hairs belong to the corporations. Don't be shaving those hairs without our permission. Those belong to the corporate entity that runs the globe. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, it's real. That's why the issues with Roe v. Wade, it wasn't just abortion, it was like governance and government oversight regarding what you are able to do with your body and what you are not able to do in the
yes,
eyes
it's
of
very
law.
interesting.
So,
You always look at who supports what.
yeah.
I always look at like who's saying, yeah, let's do this. Who's saying no? And
Right.
always
Who's
look at
benefiting from from
follow the
this?
money every time.
Yeah.
Follow the money every time. So it's very, if we would consider ourselves that, we may have less patience with the brutalization of our world,
So this one of the
throwing
things that comes
trash
to
and
mind. Yeah.
all those things.
One of the things that comes to mind, hearing you say this, what I'm hearing is universal law. I can see the perception of, like, I see myself as part of the universe, holographically, fractally, as either step down, step up, not even like it's like more so. And when I'm listening to you, it was just taking me to like, oh my gosh, like all my cells and my microbiome and what happens when we're introducing things that offset the balance,
Yes,
and disease can come
yes.
forth or our immune system can weaken, and how it's very much in correspondence with the earth. And then I thought, like, man, the game would change if we taught children in this way and just re-educated and reprogram ourselves. But I want to take it in another direction. The card also says the higher frequencies disrupt the interference patterns that would rob us of our elevation. Would you speak a little bit about that?
The beauty of congruency, the beauty of congruency disrupts the sloppiness of incongruency. So you've got sloppy thinking. You don't care what you eat. You're just going to put that pizza box on top of the pizza box from 3 days ago that's still on the floor and dirty. in a dirty bathroom, in a dirty kitchen, that incongruency cannot be trumped by congruency. So the clarity of order and law, which is how the universe is mathematical and that is how the universe is run, that clarity trumps anything that's less than that. Anything that is not in order, is not congruent, does not support life, is not an environment for growth, is not a place where life can flourish. So all we actually need is to to move into our response with our ability, to move into our response with our ability to bring coherency to every picture, every circumstance, every event in our lives, to our own bodies, to how we feel about ourselves, to our food, to what we need to nourish and nurture. As the sun brings congruency when it shines, as the air brings congruency when it blows and carries with it the divine emanations from source that give us breath of life. As the ground brings congruency where we don't sink when we walk on the earth. It's firm, it holds us. We're not in mush,
Yeah.
you know.
Quicksand.
Yeah, quicksand. So this is how I interpret what you're asking, that the levels of congruency that come through our clarity of who and what we are and what we come from. How is it that so many people are so infatuated with someone else coming to take care of all of their problems? So many of us think that, you know, God is Siri. Siri!
Watch out now, she. You know, Siri listens.
That's true.
Well,
Take care of this problem for me. I'll just stay here on the couch. You know, block them. Take care of that. You know, that's how we feel. That's what we feel about Source. But Source is not our personal assistant. So
imagine that.
When we are in disrespect of what we are, what we have been given, and who we are, then we can fall into this area of, well, I don't need to do anything. I'll just let, you know, the people at Apple do it. They have my best interests at heart. They want the best for me. They will handle this appropriately. I don't need to give it any thought.
You see, we do that, and you know, then we're in a circumstance of like, I'm gonna call it out, the Campbell circumstance that we find ourselves in. People thought, man, a little chicken noodle soup will get you right. That's gonna be some healing in the can, and you know, CEOs not eating it, and you know, saying all type of things. It's poor people food. Now, I'm not advocating for chicken noodle soup, but what I am saying is that the responsibility of our health and well-being has been placed in the hands of another, and we see where that has led us to.
Who think of it this way, you know, often, you know, this is a perfect example. This one of Campbell's is a perfect example of organized, wealthy effort that does not want humanity to win. You know, and you all probably have people in your lives who, when you tell them something, you know they don't want you to, you know, break through that blue ribbon and win and yay and do the victory lap. They don't want you to win. So they don't want us to win. And they don't consider, the separation is that they don't consider themselves us. So because they don't consider themselves us and they don't want whoever is not their us to win, they have no guilt, no remorse. They're not even afraid to say, that's for them, that's not for us. And there lies the bigger issue. We have turned over all of our authority and are waiting for someone to rescue us. We've turned it over to those who think that way, who don't want us to win. So most people have, you know, I have victories. And when you have a victory and you want to call someone and tell them, don't you have to look at your contact list for a while?
Be like, yeah, who can I? You say, oh, nah, not them, because they might not.
Can I tell them? Are they
Never
going to be
mind.
jealous? They're going to be resentful. They're going to not want. They're not going to want to hear it. Like, well, what about me? Like, I called you about me.
Yeah, but like, why can't we? Okay, so I want to go into the separation thing. I was having a conversation with the grandson on literally yesterday. We were talking about chemtrails, uh, the Bill Gates video about depopulation, and he brought up literally what you're saying. How is it that they think they're separate? Like they can do these things and think that they are separate from the humanity that they're trying to depopulate, and how separation, everything in our reality is separation. And one of the greatest tools or ways to combat that is moving back into oneness. And literally, what you're saying is separation. Where why can't we be happy that someone else is happy? You're happy, so that means I have to be sad. I can't be like, it's a mind virus,
It's
literally.
actually, it goes back to how humanity has been cultivated. It is not our blueprint. That is not who we are. We need to call for our own authenticity of the divine aspect of ourselves that wants and loves the rest of us. We do need to call for that, but it is not as present as we would like
I'm,
it to
I'm
be.
going back to the example you gave of Earth. Like, it's like I'm the Earth. I'm upset with the other planetary bodies. Like, damn, why are you so green? I don't like the way you spinning. Why are you on the other side of the orbit? Like, what? All this like weird. Like, you can orbit
I
too.
want
You
it
can
to
be.
be Earth.
You are. Like, what's wrong with you? We the same. My win is your win. But
Yes,
we
but
clearly don't see it.
no, but it is the truth of it. And there are those who are coming more and more into this idea of let me make myself great enough to represent this so that everyone can see it and we can not be in denial and not try to separate ourselves out through the us and them because as I said earlier on another topic, everything is temporary except our eternal nature.
True.
So whatever they're doing is temporary. However, we respond to it, if it's not in congruence with source, if it's not in congruence with life, it is also temporary. So whatever you're experiencing, if it's something uncomfortable or you're unhappy or the sum of an experience, the fact that you are having that thought means you have the power to change it because you have the power of thought, which is the most powerful thing in the universe. And then you can take action that will support the thought that you have. It's so important to know that wherever you are, you have the power to change it, and it's only temporary. And everything in your life supports that. Everything you've ever done was only temporary.
Yeah, that's true.
You were only 5,
Just
and then you were 10.
for a moment in time.
Yes, it's all temporary.
Yeah,
And if you were poor and you're still poor, it still could be temporary.
could be.
And if you were rich and became poor, that's still temporary.
That's right.
So it's all, if we could just look at it like it's temporary because I choose for it to end and there be something else. But the universe supports that anyway.
So, how does all of this tie into the idea of the crown chakra? Higher frequencies disrupting interference patterns that would rob our elevation, the universe not being denied, evolution will not wait.
Yeah.
How's that all? I feel like you've touched on it like tangentially through everything we've discussed, but if you can take us more directly.
This universe is run by law. And the law is that humanity will return to remembrance of their authentic self as cosmic members of the universal family of light. That is a truth.
My whole body lit up when you said that. I was like, you're damn right. That's what we are. Please
So-
continue.
So the universe will not be denied. Now you can get on board with that and learn to light your body up. You can learn to put down the things that closed off the light to you, the thing that blew the shade, that pulled the shade down.
Yeah, that's right. Because
You
like
can-
something has eclipsed
Yes, you
our
have to.
light.
You could discipline yourself to eat the light of food that has life. Discipline yourself to think the thoughts that give life to your consciousness and to your neural pathways and light up your brain. You can call to remember who you are. You can call it forth. You can say, like, Diane talks to those thoughts, I have my hand on my sword. Shall you not take what I shall not give you?
You ever seen the clips where like the person with the sword, I go, and then like some like a body part of fall, or like something just you don't really see the you see the sheath unsheath
All right,
that
you
quick.
got me.
It's like, what dojo you train in?
Shall you not allow someone to take from you what you will not give them? Everything you ever gave up, you gave it up.
Yeah.
Every sadness you ever had, you allowed.
Would you elaborate a little bit? Because we often we have this conditioning where we feel as though someone took it from us, someone made us. And my understanding, things that I have learned under the umbrella of the sun, is that mantra, "Shall you not have what I will not give you," everything that we experience that's negative in terms of the emotion, curses, spells, we are willing participants. We are like freely giving of our life force, engaging. Would you go a little deeper with this?
You know, it's conscious and it's unconscious. Most people
Yes.
say, I remember a client that you had who said, I would never have chosen my parents. I would never have done that. But the reality is your resonant energy, whether you're in the body on the earth plane or not, chooses the next experience because you're resonating the comfortability of being able to do that for whatever the reasons of your growth and development are. So when we allow somebody knocks at the door and we allow them in, that's our conscious understanding. Like, I went out with the person, you know, we got together, I allowed it. So we can mostly see that. What we don't see is what we permit. What we
That
permit,
unconscious permitting.
what we permit from our bias. You know, I heard something the other day, like, I had a bias. I heard this the other day. I had a bias that people don't call me unless something's wrong. So we permit ourselves to be imprisoned in that prison of suffering through our unconscious bias. And then we think, what? Get them off of me. Mm-hmm. When it wasn't, they're not on you. That we have to examine what our ancestors thought. What did they believe? That somebody could come in and just do anything to you, that things could walk around the house and affect you? Did they believe that? Did you accept it as a child? Are you permitting that in your space? Are you now the victim of the superstition and the belief of your great-grandparents? Or were they enslaved in such a way where they carried that level of enslavement over and now you don't feel comfortable unless you're enslaved by someone? Well, you're always looking for a master or someone to come and get you or someone to feed you. You're always looking for someone to take care of you.
Yeah, she on fire, isn't she?
You know, it's really,
Yes.
That's the permitting part.
Yeah.
The part you allow is, you know, I opened the door, I went to the bar, I took them home. But the part you permitted was what happened after that. Then I went along with all of the things that have left me bleeding out. So I think I answered it.
Very well. You comment something. Let us know if this is landing for you. We're going to have to take a break, do our commercial dance. Hold on. I didn't even give Dance Lady an opportunity to get her dance on. Excuse me. But we're going to take a quick commercial break to our sponsor, Aluka, for assets protection, management, and investment of wealth. And we're going to come right back in about 45 seconds. And we're going to go to the chat too. You know what's funny, Lalta? As much as I wanted to do these two cards, we didn't even make it through a single card. Because I still got things I want to talk about with this first card, but I love how we were able to really flush this out and go deeper.
That's good. Thank you for asking the things that ignited in me the inspiration to be very specific instead of so broad. I appreciate that.
Hey, it's an honor. All right, stick with us for 45 seconds and we'll be right back.
Every financial crisis has one winner. It's not crypto, it's not stocks, it's not real estate, it's gold. In every financial crisis, there's one asset that always comes out on top. Not because it skyrockets overnight, but because it never dies. Stocks crash, currencies collapse, property markets freeze, but gold, it keeps buying the same value as it did 100 years ago. Look at history. 1929, 1971, 2008. The people holding gold weren't panicking. They were shopping. They had liquidity when everyone else was broke. The winner in a crisis isn't the one with the most cash. It's the one holding what cash runs to when it's scared. When the next crisis hits, you'll either watch your savings melt or you'll be the one buying gold at a discount.
All right. Once again, thank you, Aluka, Alex Schinaborg over in Dubai. We appreciate you for sponsoring. Visit alukainc.com if you're interested in investing in what lasts, what's real, what's sustainable over time, which is gold. So we are here still talking about evolution.
Yes.
Crown chakra. And I want to go to the chat really quick to see, because it looks like there's a lot of commentary here in the chat. So I'm going to back it up a little bit. Stacy says, we don't need to echo what happened before, quote unquote. Somebody's putting quotes in there. Then we have Julianne. She says, evolution has been hijacked by scarcity and acquiescence to power outside, acquiescence to power outsourcing of us. I think outside of us is a little typo. Hold on a second. When people comment, the chat moves. I'm going to go back to it. I'm going to read this one more time from the top. Evolution has been hijacked by scarcity and acquiescence to power outsourcing outside of us instead of our inner authority.
I'd like to just comment on that. There is no scarcity. It is artificial.
Yeah,
There is no scarcity. Have you ever counted how many leaves there are?
there's a lot.
How
There's a lot
much-
of leaves on these money trees. Pun intended.
How much sand? There is no scarcity. We are the ones who perpetuate scarcity by not feeling valuable enough to have more.
You know, this.
So it's correct, but it's,
Yeah.
I just want to kind of flip. It's absolutely correct. We are the scarcity in our world.
It's wild how it's such a deep illusion and how it's reflecting in so many ways. This is, again, picking up on the thread of conversation I had last night about depopulation, and it doesn't make any sense because there's just so much land, so much space. But the way we're operating is like tight, congested, contained in these small, limited areas.
Where we can
And
be
ignoring-
controlled. You know, the cattle or the buffalo realm states, the cattle are in ranches. They get them together in what would be like a city, so they
Yeah.
can lead them to slaughter more easily on scarcity of the grass, and you know, so
Yeah, that's a really good analogy.
buff-
Buffalo. Come on. It's a different experience.
It is. It is. The cities were designed for control, and they bring us scarcity and all of the things that, even if you took rats, and there are many experiments that have been done with mice and rats, where when they overpopulate them, they have too many together, that the nature
Yeah.
of the creature itself becomes violent. The mice rape each other, they hurt each other, they fight more. They don't operate that when there's more space and they have more room. They don't, when they start putting them in tiny houses with a bunch of other, you know, it's
it's
that
really a
is
thing.
not the nature of the elevation of what we are. To be, that's why the planet is big. It's not so that, you know, there are billions of people on the planet, which let us know we're not supposed to live alone. And there's plenty of space that lets us know we can move apart. You know, but we're not paying attention.
Yeah, that's that.
There is no
devolution.
waste in the higher realms. There's no wasted space. There's no wasted people. There's no depopulation in the higher realms. There's too many. It's waste. There's thoughtful understanding of the interconnectedness of everything so everything can thrive and live and be glorious.
Yeah.
That's not a city.
Yeah, it sounds like that perspective is only gained when you're
Which is answering.
higher up.
I'm still answering that card. Yeah.
Yeah, this is really good. All right, thank you again. We got some more comments here. People are just like sending hearts and Lakeshan. We got Yusuf Muhammad in the house. Who else is that? We have 100 Camille and Lakeshan Veritas. There we go. Elijah Woods. I got to do it. Prosperity, abundance, wisdom, wealth, and oneness continue to walk in the beauty of the sun.
Yay.
So, yeah, Elijah and Lakeshan Veritas.
You're gonna have to be our mascot.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like I just need to record it so I can cue it. You know how they have the little buttons that they press, little sound effects.
Yeah.
Shade's in the house, and Lakeshan Veritas. Julianne, again, I am earth, I know it, I am mother.
Yes,
saying it with
right.
her chest.
That's right.
Le Leon Eri says, Lo, I just remember my grandma yelling, don't split the pole. And now I definitely realize I permitted myself to accept that superstition. I want to speak on that because
Yes.
when I was a teenager, I remember that superstition being upheld by people around me. And my friends would get so pissed with me. Like, don't split the pole. Like, come here, you gotta. And they would pull me around. Something bad's gonna happen. And it's like, oh my gosh, like they're adhering to the old information and giving
Yes.
consent to the negative.
And that is why insurance is so big today. Because
Dang, they got us.
they got us because we are planning on the negative thing happening because we know people are going to split the pole. You know, and so it's all a mental gymnastics game
Yeah.
where, oh, you're going to do the thing that's going to cause the chain of events that's going to make something happen. But I know I'll buy insurance so I can put money on it every week and think about it so that I'm making sure to manifest it and I'll have the money once I manifest it.
Where? Yeah, that's
That's
crazy.
but that's how insurance came into our experience because we have the bias
Yes.
and we permit ourselves to think that we need money for the accident that has not yet happened.
Isn't it insane how?
That's
Our,
a permitting of
Yes,
it.
this is another aspect of the conversation we were having last night. How humans, our imagination, are used to create realities. It's like this idea of we need you to think this. We need you to live within fear to validate having the insurance. It's like really I'm looking at the parasitic nature of the system that we live in, and like if you stop thinking fearful, you don't need insurance.
Well, it's
You don't
even
need like
deeper
the
than
worst.
that. I mean,
I
that's
don't,
true.
wait. Let me get my snorkeling gear. Let me see.
So now we're moving into three-dimensional chess. So the reality is that everything you said is true, and what I said was true. But the reality is, it doesn't matter. Whatever you think, your brain believes it already and has made it a reality. If you sit around thinking you ran 6 miles, your body will be exercised.
Yeah. Oh damn.
Your body will have the benefit of the muscle strength of
Yeah.
the 6 mile. All you have to do is think about it, and it has become the reality.
You know, on that note, I've studied that there are athletes who practice this,
It's
and
normal.
people, you know, musicians, they're in their mind going over the keys and the
Absolutely.
strokes, and it's like it's really
That's
informing.
how the superstars are trained.
Yeah.
You know, they're already.
Imagination.
Yeah, so it's not even the way that it was being presented, it's really diminishing it a bit from what it actually
Yeah,
is.
true.
What it actually is. You are the manifestation of the next thing. So who you are is your next manifestation. You don't make your next, you are the emanating frequencies that create the next unhealthy or healthy experience. It is you, always, every time. It is you right now that produce the next lifetime you will have, too. So, you know, we've been gaslighted in so many areas that even when we have the truth, we've got caveats on it, like, You know it's the imagination, like it's more than that.
Or, that's just the placebo. It's like, you mean to tell me, like, I could think my way into health?
Oh my goodness.
That's just placebo. You
But
did it, but just
even
placebo.
that is such a gaslighting. Placebo is how a person is healed. They have to believe it. They don't believe it, then even if a person walks in with a white coat and they believe in him, half the work is done.
Yeah.
The placebo is the way healing takes place. The witch doctor comes, dances around, healed. And so
Like,
it
I guess
is.
you did something.
And so placebo is not a dirty word.
Yeah.
It's an acknowledgement that what is needed is to get your brain on board with what's going on.
I feel like placebo is a psyop where it's
It
like,
is.
damn, we can't deny. They've done so many case studies where you can't deny it, but let's diminish it.
Yes, exactly. That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah. This is getting good though. Who kicked this off? 'Cause one of these questions, I think it was who was it? Le Leon, Eddie, and the whole split in the pole. Hold on. By the way, this brought to mind a bunch of superstition because it's like, where do we draw the line? I remember hearing things like, don't walk under the ladder. Don't open an umbrella in the house, or don't cross the path of a black cat.
Yeah, how about treat yourself right?
You like, forget all that.
How about uphold the highest possible stance in your position, eat the best food you can, behave yourself, and do right with others. How
I
about
like
that?
that. I like that.
Let that be the super that you follow. Forget
Instead
the
of that
stition.
old echo. I see what you did there.
Be the super part of
Get
that.
the stition. Get out of here with that stition. Nobody ain't got time for that stition. Thank you, Le Leon. We have Yusuf Muhammad. He says, the power of unconscious bias causing one to choose without knowing is a powerful insight. More purpose and responsibility can arise from this awareness.
Thank you, Yusuf.
Yes. Le Leon's in the house often. She says, I don't even know what happens if you split the pole. Face palm. Something bad. We don't know, but it's something bad.
It's okay. You don't need to know any more than you know.
Forget that stition, Le Leon. Tell Grandma, you need to forget that stition, Grandma. That stition is not serving you. We have Stephanie Singletary. When you start asking yourself questions that are rooted in let me read this again. I'm a little too excited. When you start asking yourself questions that are rooted in authenticity, ... She's like, let that breathe. You can free yourself as long as you answer yourself authentically. ... That is the true, in all caps, elusive power. Love this topic today.
Yes, and it's true. The authenticity is the goal for 2026. We need to call back the remembrance of who were we authentically designed to be. Who are we? And are we living the experience? Do we believe ourselves to be the collection of the genetics from our ancestors? Or do we know that there is source and we are aspects of that and need to live up into that standing? Or do we just think that some nebulous thing is going to just come and save us from all of the things we have permitted? All the things that are inside the house that we brought in, all those things in the refrigerator and the cabinets that we brought in.
Look, in my mind, I'm like, all right, I know I invited y'all in, party's over, get your out. You need to go home. You ain't got to go home, but you need to get out of here. Do my Diane, start pointing at him, get out of here, doubt, fear.
That is the way. The way is to identify what your trauma or what your problem is with self.
Yeah.
And then speak directly to it. And let it know. I've got my hand on my hilt.
That's right.
I'm about to pull out my sword. Shall you not take my peace? You will not steal my elevation. You will not have what I will not give you, and I'm not giving it to you. You know, it's like that. I mean, it has to be with that level of, I'll do it.
You're not wearing those kimonos for nothing.
Yeah, because
Like, I don't know what I got in here now. I know I look graceful.
don't make me put my hand in my kimono.
Yeah. That's that spiritual warrior. That's what's
Yeah.
needed.
It's absolutely, all of us must have it so that we can elevate to the crown chakra where we may receive the information coming in from the higher chakras. You know, our higher self in the 12th chakra, the galactic chakra, the universal chakra. All of these are blocked to us and not even in our lexicon because we haven't risen to open the door to what it is that we need to clean out, that we are permitting and allowing in our experience for the love of money and convenience and comfort
Truth over comfort.
every time. Every
So-
time. It's hard to tell the truth, but gird your loins. Get ready.
That's right. It's going to benefit me in the long run.
Yes.
Instead of this short turn conveniency.
Comfort where I don't want to tell you so that I get to suffer forever. That's what happens.
Yeah.
You know, when you tell the person, they're like, yeah, I did that.
Like, my bad. All right, now it's over.
Yes.
Way of broadcast. Instead of, like you say, holding it, and the lie is still burning in you. And yeah, it's problematic. But
This was a really excellent talk. I'm glad that we had this conversation today. Are we going to exit our experience
I
with
don't know. We pretty deep. I feel like you got to swim back to the surface here because snorkeling gear and all. But if you all really enjoyed this, let us know. Put some comments in the chat. Also, if there's some things you have questions about that you want us to discuss, let us know. We're open to topics, but we're going to be diving a little deeper into these divination cards. These are all maxims that have been brought forth from various monthly self-healing talks from Lao Tzu and other classes that are dimensionally overlaid with these energy centers. So we're seeing all the corresponding layers.
yes.
So we're going to keep talking about this. And just as an adjunct, if you're looking to join Diane's Inca Studio Call for the Truth Divination workshops, they're on Fridays at 6 p.m. So but this Friday, she's going to have Evolutionary Book Club. So be sure to join. The Light Doctor, again, we're talking about light, how it interfaces, how we interface with light in our world and how it impacts our health. We also have group soul clearing coming up. End of the year group soul clearing. We're moving into 2026, clean and pristine. You know what I mean?
And you have survived 2025.
Did it. I survived 2025. I'm serious. It's been a wild year, hasn't it?
It has. And I remember saying in 2020, we have 2020 hindsight will be.
Oh gosh. It's like, oh, I see. The
Yes.
truth. Really quick before we leave, I am seeing people wake up.
Yes.
I see, let me just be very frank. This Campbell's thing I was
Yeah.
telling you about the other day, I went on YouTube. Tell me why I saw there are different demographics of people that I see waking up in waves. And this lady, she took all the stuff out of her pantry
Good.
and she began making videos about informing people in the culture about bioengineering food. And this is like typical like black folk, like regular black folk who are just like eating the mac and cheese, eating the Campbell's, and like they're like, nah, we're not doing this. And I can see where it's speaking to a certain demographic of people to wake up, evolve.
Shall you not take my health? Shall you not kill my children? Shall you not take from me what I will not give you? Get that stuff out of my house.
That's right. And then take that stition with you too. Take that stition. Don't be that up off the floor. Clean up behind yourself.
We need to get clear and congruent. Anything less than that, when you're sitting around listening to this and you still got processed food and you're still poisoning yourself, you don't love yourself enough, get you some congruency.
Yeah.
You know, get you a plan first.
Yeah, true. You need strategy.
You do need a strategy.
strategy.
You need to buy some beans and some greens. and
Yeah,
some-
because it don't just happen.
yeah. Before you take your stand and then
Yeah.
you are supported in it. But everything in your kitchen, you allowed. Everything in your head, you permitted. So if you're getting beat up by what you allowed and permitted, lock the door and empty the cabinets.
What's coming to mind is, I think I showed this to you years ago. It was a meme of a little boy, a little Asian boy with a boot on his face. But then they zoomed out and he had his hand in the boot, pressing it against his face. And it's giving a lot like that.
That is the truth of
it's
it.
all self-imposed.
We have been cultivated. It's too much work to torture each of us individually.
Yeah, you're right.
They are smarter than that. So the herders have made us hate ourselves so much we can't even be victorious for someone else. Like you can't call somebody to be in favor of your victory because they have made us hate ourselves and by virtue of that hate each other. That was the psyop. Make them tell on each other. Make them, if somebody's coming to the door, they're over there in the closet. And it gives vibes of historical fact.
Yeah. I hear you say that.
This is on purpose.
I'm thinking, what if we dare to do the opposite?
That's the solution. Do the unexpected. Do what we have never done before. Stand up. Don't ask for anything. Don't be bought with convenience. Don't let money be the thing that makes you, turn over your children. We have to do the opposite. We have to do the unexpected. We have been programmed. They are watching our program. If we continue to do the same, they will continue to their inevitable end of the story that they wrote. If we throw up the table and throw the dishes off the table and disappear out of the house.
Yeah, be like, wait, I didn't expect them to do this. This is not in the script. They're supposed to just keep doing.
Yeah, we got money too. We showed them money. We showed them convenience.
Damn it, the money's not working.
The drive-thrus are all working.
They know about the Campbell soup. They know about the 3D printed meats. They're no longer eating it.
Yes, that's the solution.
Yeah, feels good.
Stop participating in the things that we have been made addicted to. Stop, watching the movies. Stop scrolling. Stop it.
Well, we were supposed to stop like 8 minutes ago, but we had to swim back up to the surface. This was my aspect of let's swim back. So you got any final thoughts before we go, Lalta?
Yes, I would like to say we have the 2026 is the 2 and the 6 is the 8, which is the sign of infinity, which doesn't necessarily mean what everyone thinks it means. It doesn't necessarily mean money. It means infinity, which is beyond money. Let us make that so. Let us be beyond the money. Let us be infinite in our choices. Let us recognize the infinite power of source that is us. That, that we don't have to be in this game, on this game board. We could be non-playable characters. We could exit the board, exit the game, and leave the controllers with their controllers.
Yeah. That's deep.
So that's my final thought.
All right, everybody. So again, if you're with us and you're not subscribed, you want some more of this heat, this truth, click that subscribe, click the bell notification every Wednesday, 12 noon Eastern. And we leave you in Nihil Veritas.
With honor, respect, and gratitude to you all. Thank you.